Alright, you spoke and I listened. So before we start this, all the pole vault stuff on this channel is going to be moved to a different channel. So right now, go down in the description in the very first link, click on it, and subscribe to the Team Hoot pole vault page. New videos, all the new pole vault stuff will be on that page the first week of January. So do that now so you don't miss anything. And then click the little bell too so you get notifications when they come. Let's start.
Hajime!
Alright, 3 questions this week and 6 videos, so I'm going to try and make this fast.
Shawn, I'm going to be I gave my mom a deal. I have 2 years to jump a certain bar, and then she'll support me being a professional pole vaulter. I know you don't make a lot of money, but was it worth it?
Yes, 100% worth it. As I'm reading this email, I'm thinking to myself, I see like this conflict between what your heart wants and what your brain wants. Your brain's saying,
you're not good enough to do it. It's going to cost this much money. You have to do this to support yourself. You're relying on your parents.
it just doesn't make sense to do it. You're too old. You need to get real, all that stuff. Underneath all of that, there's a whisper of your heart saying, I wonder what it's like. This could be really fun. It makes me really happy when I do this. I've kind of noticed over the last couple years that you have your brain talking and then you have your heart talking. But in our society, we let our brain talk way more. And when it talks more, it gets louder and louder and louder and drowns out the sound of your heart. So my point is, your heart knows exactly what you want, and your brain tries to predict the future. But you can't predict the future. Your heart knows what you want right now. Long story short, I only jumped 17 feet, and I said if I jumped 17 feet, I would be a professional. I would try the post-collegiate route. It didn't make any sense, but I did it, and it was the best time of my life. Everyone, listen to your heart more. Listen to your guts. Your instincts know exactly what's going on. I hope that answered your question. Yes, 100% worth it, and I have 0 regrets. The next question comes from Jeffrey. Sorry, I'm eating crackers because I'm hungry. He says,
I have a sprint coach. I'm doing all the sprint stuff, but I feel like I need to do more pole vault specific training. Can you send me a training plan?
2 answers. Yes, I write training programs specifically for the pole vault on my website, team-hoot.org. It changed. I changed it to .com to .org because it saves me a ton of money. I am the worst salesperson ever. So my 2 cents are, continue training with your sprint coach, because the most important part of pole vault is speed. The faster you are, the easier it is. You can never be too fast in the pole vault. So stick with your sprint coach. He's going to make you a better pole vaulter if you run fast. But if you really want a training program, sport specific, pole vault specific, come to my page. Last question comes and asks about the free takeoff.
Shawn, I need a free takeoff. Why don't I have a free takeoff? I want to have a free takeoff. Why can't I do it?
I did my whole entire thesis on trying to prove that the free takeoff is better than a normal takeoff versus an under takeoff. It showed nothing. They're all equal. And then I talked to Pete McGinnis, who is a biomechanist for United States Track and Field, and he said the same thing. Yelena Isinbayeva tried to have a free takeoff all the time, and she jumped over 5 meters. And then you have Jen Schur, also another world record holder. They have exactly pretty much the same PR, and she was under all the time, or a cruncher. There was a jumper and a cruncher. Free takeoff versus slamming into the pole. Both jump the same height. This sport seems to forget that the goal is to jump really high, is to jump over the bar. It doesn't matter what you look like. You don't make a bar and then there's a bunch of people like in diving who are like 9.76 or whatever. It just doesn't work like that. So who cares what it looks like as long as you're jumping higher? The free takeoff's good if you can use it. Running into the pole is good also if you can use it. There is no right way to pole vault. What works best for you? Let's review some videos. Okay, I'm gonna try and zip through these since I got a bunch of them. This comes from Jeremy. Dude, really great swing, man. So again, I want you to think about planning up at 1 o'clock and have that arm completely straight. Just like a lot of the other videos I've said, so I won't go into detail on how to explain it, but everything is just getting rocked behind you. But man, your swing's so good that if you just tweak that one little thing, you're gonna like it. Trust me. All right, this is Curtis. More of an advanced jumper here. Wow, killer jump, man. Okay, so what I told Curtis was, you're pushing the pole forward which is awesome. It's compressing the pole really well. But a big secret that happened with me is I started pushing out to the left with my left arm during the swings. Like right here, I would push out to the left just a little bit, only about as far as the corner of the box. And in doing so, the pole kind of gets out of your way and it opens up a little bit sooner and pulls you through the pit. And that was kind of one of those huge realizations in my vault. So I told him to give that a shot. I mean, everything else looks so good. Early plant, leaning forward. It's just so good, man. So give that a shot. All right, this one's from Glenn again. And he was talking about this kid having a free takeoff. Yep. It looks good. Looks good, man. Yeah. Oh, wow. I mean, you don't see a lot of guys who feel comfortable taking off like that. But my only suggestion would be just, I know you're faster than that. So just run a little faster and then try and put both hands up onto the crossbar instead of pulling down on that bottom one. You can kind of tell you're pulling it into you a little bit. So push both of them up and forward just like we've been talking about. Looks great, man, but I know you're faster than that. Don't even try and tell me you're not. And this is Alec again from Glenn, just trying to drive his chest, he said. Dude, so much better. Like it used to be like this. Now we're a little straighter. Good, man. Wow. Then it just, oh God, I love that jump. So I know it's tricky trying to drive that chest and keep those hips back, but it all starts with your hands. So if we talk about 1 o'clock, we're 1 o'clock in front of your head, but the 1 o'clock doesn't start from your head, it starts from the runway, because your body can move. So you can be leaning backwards and still have your hand at 1, but that doesn't make sense. It has to be a line from, so right now, if we draw a line straight up, we're at like 11 o'clock over here. So we need to plant at 1 o'clock according to the runway. So like an idea would be if Glenn put a huge clock right here, you could see where they were planting based on where their hands were. So if we drew a line straight up, like I said, he's at 11 instead of 1. So we need his arms in front of him, and that's going to help a whole bunch. I hope that clears up some of that confusion. It's 1 o'clock from the runway straight up, not your body. Because your body can still be leaning backwards, which screws up the whole thing. But yeah, it looks so good, man. I really like it. It's on its way. Keep sending me videos. It's fun to look at. All right, this is Jacob. Nice, man. Yeah, so 2 quick little tweaks. So right here, we just made contact, arms bent a little bit, so we're getting rocked a little bit at takeoff. So I know you guys are sick of me saying it, but it's super important. And then that usually fixes the rest of the vault. But you're doing so many good things here. So after that, I'm gonna give you 2 things. So fix that first thing first, and then pull that left arm into your chin versus your side. Because we have the pole here, and then you're crisscrossy on it. So we need you going straight through the top. So pulling that left arm in closer will flip you on its head like that. Great jump though, man. I mean, those 2 little tweaks are gonna fix everything. Well, not everything, but it'll fix a big chunk of it. All right, last but not least, we have Marshall. That is the brightest suit I have ever seen in my entire life. Nice. Dude, I have to put on sunglasses just to watch you jump. I would just suggest trying to keep a bunch of space. So this arm's just pretty static. It's not doing anything. And right there, it's even bending a little bit. I want you to create space. Push that thing as far away from... If you think about gymnastics, when they do a giant, their arms are far away from them. So I want you to stick both arms out as far away from you as you can. Watch Scott Houston or Brad Walker. They do this really, really, really good. You're gonna like that, I promise you. Good jump though, man. I really like it. So everyone's sending me videos. Thanks a lot. It's really helping. A couple updates. Reno, it's still kind of back and forth. I'm not really sure if it's gonna happen this year. We're getting really close, but if it does, I will be the first to let you know. I'm trying to find a way to work with a pole vault company or a sponsor to support making these videos in their organizations and businesses all over it. So we're seeing if that's gonna work. 2, team-hoot.com is now team-hoot.org. Like I said at the beginning, it saved me a ton of money just to switch it to .org, so I'm sorry for the confusion, but I think it'll work out. Man, my thing is sinking. I'm getting sideways. I'm just gonna roll with it. If you haven't, I knew I should have fixed it. If you haven't gone into the first link in the description and subscribe to Team Hoot Pole Vault, go do that right now, because I'm gonna stop making pole vault videos on this channel and try it on that channel for a while. And if it works out, great. And if it doesn't, no big deal. There will still be videos on this channel, probably the majority of my videos. So if you like what's going on, like my brother brought my mom a pig the other day, if you like those adventures, stay subscribed, and that would actually help me out a lot. It doesn't cost you anything, so you might as well do it. With that being said, life is meant to be experienced, and curiosity will get you there. If you want to send videos my way, send them to shawn.francis19@gmail.com. I will see you guys next week. Okay, bye.